What's happening, dogs? Mr. Allen here, and we are about to solve this dope quadratic equation by using the quadratic formula. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Oh man, this is about to be dope. All right, let's get after it. Let's go. All right, so we have it set equal to 0. Step number 1. We're already rocking and rolling, right? Got to have it set equal to 0 for this to work. Now I can plug this all into my quadratic formula. If you're doing this for the first time, sometimes it can be helpful to say, hey, a equals 1. B equals 4, and C equals -8, right? Our standard form is ax squared plus bx plus c. So those are my values I'm going to be plugging into my quadratic formula. What is the quadratic formula? It is the opposite of b, plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4 times a times c, all divided by 2a. Commit that to memory, man. That's never going away, right? You might be at like a job interview. You're 27 years old, and you're like, hey, man, what's the quadratic formula? Like, opposite of b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a, bro. You'll be like, hired. It's probably not going to happen. All right, let's go. So let's just start plugging things in, right? Ain't nothing to but to do it. Woo! All right, so we got opposite of b, so -4, plus or minus the square root of b squared, so 4 squared, minus 4 times a, which is 1, times c, which is -8. I'll go ahead and throw that guy in some parentheses. With that negative, I like to do that. All right? Then we have it all divided by 2 times a. Cool. Now we can work with some things, right? So the -4 is going to stay -4, plus or minus, and then I'm going to have the square root of 16, and then we have 4 times 1 times 8. I like to deal with these, ignoring the positives and negatives. 4 times 1 times 8. That's 32. Then I look at the negatives. Negative and a negative gives me positive, so I know it's going to be plus 32. All right? Some people do that differently. That's how I go about it, and I'm the best. All right. All divided by 2 times 1, so that's just going to be 2 in my denominator, right? Lovely. Now we can continue on. So we have -4 plus or minus the square root of 16 plus 32, after I just said I was the best, is going to give me 48. All divided by 2. Cool. We're almost done, except we do need to check and see if we can simplify that square root, and we can. So I'd divide that by 2, and I would get 24. I can divide that by 2, and I will get 12. I can divide that by 2, and I'll get 6. I can divide that by 2, and I'll get 3. Now I'm going to circle my pairs, 2 and 2. So that means that I'm going to have -4 plus or minus, and then 2 times 2 comes out, right? Our pairs come out. So 2 times 2 is 4, root 3, all divided by 2. Then we can actually simplify because all 3 parts are divisible by 2, right? That radical, what's in the radical, the 3 there, that's not considered here, right? It's just its coefficient of 4. So everything's divisible by 2, which means that my final answer, my final answer, I divide by 2, I'm going to get -2 plus or minus +2 root 3, boom, diggity, final answer there. That's going to be what x equals. Oh my goodness. I want to have that x equals. Otherwise, it's like, what is it? Bananas equals? I don't know. All right, that's it. That's pretty cool, man. Super cool. See ya.